Hey, folks, it is happening. It is happening. CBS, ABC, and NBC are doing a little bit of deflection in order to cover the DOJ's ass behind all these allegations, not just about Hunter, but about the fact that the DOJ has done nothing to pursue Hunter and has done all they could to prevent investigations from going forward, according to these whistleblowers. It's all starting to come out. CBS, ABC, NBC are forced to cover it at this point, just like they're going to be forced to cover the Hunter Biden, Joe Biden uh, allegations that go forward. A lot of them are just going to be too damning to avoid, including the impeachment proceedings that will start in both chambers before long. Now, what we got here is Peter Schweizer and Mario Bartiromo are discussing what is going on with new allegations against the Bidens. I'm talking about Joe Biden used a cell phone. It's called a global cell phone while he was vice president. And the allegations are he was using this to talk secretly to, I guess, a lot of these foreign entities. And let's just go ahead and get into it. I'll read a little bit about the article to you folks, and I'm going to read you a couple of more different clips here over on the Gateway Pundit. If you'll just stick around, just to prove to you this stuff is falling apart. They're getting exposed. There's no way to hide this. It's just a matter of time, and the court of public opinion will either not vote for the Bidens or not vote for Joe Biden, or will vote for Trump in 2024 because they are ready to root this right out as well, because it is becoming more apparent every day that not only are the Bidens compromised and corrupt, but these three-lettered agencies have been helping them the entire way. And let me get down in here. It says, Peter Schweizer on Sunday, this morning, dropped a bombshell during an appearance on Fox News with host Maria Bartiromo. Schweizer, the author of Secret Empire, said Joe Biden was using a secret cell phone and it was paid for by Hunter Biden's firm. Ouch! That's a little bit more damning information. This is what is the line of communication between Hunter Biden and his business partner and Joe Biden when he is Vice President of the United States? Schweizer asked. It's not the government's phone. It's not Joe Biden's personal phone. We know from the laptop that Hunter Biden's business paid for a private phone line that Joe Biden used while he was vice president. Now, my question is how soon can we get the phone records? Schweizer continued, it was from AT&T, and it was $300 a month. Now, let me go ahead and get into the video before I say too much. I don't want to give it all away.
Good point. Look, you both have broken so much news on this story. Peter, you broke a lot of this years ago about the Biden family influence peddling, and you've got new information this morning, breaking news on a cell phone that Joe Biden was using. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. What is the line of communications between Hunter Biden and his business partners and Joe Biden when he's vice president of the United States? It's not the government phone. It's not Joe Biden's personal phone. We know from the laptop that Hunter Biden's business paid for a private phone line that Joe Biden used while he was vice president. It was from AT&T. It was $300 a month. It was a global phone where you could access somebody anywhere around the world. We shared that phone number and that account information with people at the House Oversight Committee. My hope is that they haven't already. They will subpoena those records because I think it will give an indication on how tight the communication was. And that may be the phone, for example, that the Ukrainian, the Burisma executive might have used in this allegation that he talked to Joe Biden in recorded conversations. I would just say one other thing, Maria, as it relates to that sort of shakedown phone call with Henry Zhao that we alluded to. Henry Zhao in 2015 had already sent $5 million to the Bidens. He was the head of a Harvest investment firm. And what's interesting is in the correspondence there, Hunter Biden again talks to Zhao in the context of this is a deal that's important to my family involving his father. Let's also keep in mind we fixate on the criminal element of this. We also have to focus on the espionage element of this. Henry Zhao paid $5 million to Hunter Biden from an account that was part of a company that he co-owned with the family of the Minister of State Security of China, who's in charge of the entire spy apparatus. And you see that in every deal that Hunter Biden did in China, these individuals that are sending him money have ties to Chinese intelligence.
Unbelievable. We have to take a quick break and then talk more about that and these 17 recordings. Good point. Look.
This is crazy, folks. From the text message that come through the WhatsApp text message, Hunter Biden was threatening that my daddy was sitting right here beside me, and you need to call me back right now and get this squared away, or else. He was threatening. He's threatened to have his father and all his friends know that he knows come after this guy if he didn't pay the money. Now, I always thought maybe people were paying pay to play in order to get influence at the White House through Joe Biden being vice president, through proxy of Obama signing legislation for policy and for humanitarian aid and things of that nature. That was my original thought. Well, that is probably the case in some of these transactions that the Bidens have made money on. But this particular transaction alone tells me that the Bidens were doing more than that. The Bidens were extorting people, maybe people that they had had some kind of previous transaction with in the past, and the way to deal with them in the future, instead of giving them anything, is coming to them and saying, look, you're going to pay us or else. Just like this text message. It seems like a mafia tactic, no doubt about it. I think the Bidens weren't just into the influence peddling thing. I think they were also into extorting people under the fact that Hunter Biden could get Joe Biden to sic somebody from any of these three-lettered agencies on these individuals, no matter who they were or where they were in the world. That's pretty spooky stuff. I believe that is what was going on. I believe that's one of the things that has been missed as far as things being discussed about that particular piece of evidence. But at any rate, I can't wait to see the cell phone records. It says Biden's secret global cell phone was used to run a very lucrative international influence peddling operation that included the entire family. James Comer last month identified the 9 Bidens implicated: Hunter, James, Sarah, Haley, Kate, Kathleen, Melissa, a niece, a nephew, and a grandchild. James Comer said the whole entire Biden family was involved in on it. Over $10 million from foreign nationals come in, spread out through the family. Says the family was directly involved in the laundering for the money to come directly to them. This is textbook money laundering and influence peddling, he says. The committee is concerned by the complicated, suspicious network of over 20 companies, also known as LLCs, identified that the Bidens used to help try to hide and disperse the funds. Most of these companies were limited liability companies formed during Joe Biden's vice presidency. I guess when it got close to the end of Biden's presidency, they got a little more aggressive. It says Hunter Biden and his associates courted businesses in countries that correlated directly with Joe Biden's work as vice president. This also is not normal. It is not ethical. Like, subscribe, and share to Voting Patriots. Everybody have a great day. Over and out.